Hi guys, Abby here. So, as you can see from the title, today I'm going to be talking about starting the cut. The first thing I want to talk about is how much of a difference I am starting the cut this year compared to last year. So, last year I was 70.8 kilograms, I'm sure, and this year I'm 69.8 kilograms, which is not much of a difference. That's only a kilogram difference, but from these photos you can see a massive difference. So it's shown that this year, doing the cut, then going into the bulk, doing a cleaner bulk has obviously made the difference of gaining muscle and not just gaining fat. So that will be even better in the next year. I feel like every year that I do it, I learn a little bit more about myself and like what I'm putting into my body, and I can find that good balance. So I'm super excited that I'm even just looking better between those two pictures. All right, what are some of my goals? So, my first goal is a weight goal, which is 60 kilograms. However, I'm not going to beat myself up over it. If I don't reach 60 kilograms and I still look great, then what is there to complain about? I've definitely gained a lot more muscle mass than I had last year. So, you've got to find the balance, you've got to find the goods. The numbers on the scale are not necessarily always a thing to go for. I think just having a goal weight though really motivates me and keeps me going, so that's why I have done this. You might not want to do it, especially if you have an eating disorder or have had an eating disorder in the past and you think that that would cause some trauma, which is something, it was just something I have had to deal with. However, I feel like I'm able to be in a position now where I know that that's not, especially the last, believe it or not, the last couple of cuts, I've got to the end and had a breakdown thinking I didn't look good, like thinking I looked fat, thinking I looked horrible, thinking I looked ugly. But obviously now that I look back on those photos, I'm like, oh my goodness, I looked amazing. Like I wish I could look like that again, which I never will because I I'm older. I have progressed in the gym, I have bigger shoulders, like there's lots of different factors that go into it. I can still look good, but I'll never be that tiny again. It's the pros and cons, guys. It's the pros and cons. The next goal is I'm going to be trying to eat 120 to 130 grams of protein. Every single cut in the past, I've only been having 100 grams of protein, but this year I really want to focus on recovery, and eating 120 to 130 grams of protein is definitely going to help me retain muscle, and it's going to help me. What's the word I'm looking for? Um, when you're how to you re I can't remember the word I'm looking for. I'll pop it on the screen, but like that feeling of recovery. Eating enough protein is good for recovery, especially when you are training so hard at the gym and training so often in the gym. So getting that protein really helps with recovery. Another thing I'm doing is I'm making sure I have my electrolytes every single day. So this is another recovery thing. And I have found these like little powders called CAM. They have L-theanine, ashwagandha, magnesium, and vitamin D3 in them. So I'm taking that every second day. These are all recovery things, and I think that they will come in handy because recovery is something I really struggle with. Another goal for me is just to be able to lift in the gym. So the past couple of years I have really struggled with doing my squats and my deadlifts, just due to my disability. So if you're new to my channel, I am disabled, I have scoliosis, I have a double fusion, I think it's called. I have 2 rods and 16 screws in my spine, so I'm pretty proud of where I am in the gym. But the last few years, in 2022, I jumped off a boat and caused myself to get 2 slip discs. So that's a whole other kettle of fish, but I haven't been able to train as hard in the gym as I used to. I feel like I'm starting to get there. Today I did 60 kilograms on my deadlift, 3 sets of 8, which is a first for a while. I've not been able to lift more than like 40 kilograms, so to get to a point now, I feel great, and hopefully as the cut goes on, obviously I know that I'm losing weight, so weight moves weight. I'm not going to be lifting 100 kilograms, let's be honest. But see, even if I could get my deadlift to 80 again, I'm not going to complain. That would be absolutely amazing. Um, if we do get it back to 100, I'm not going to complain either. That'd be lovely. Just putting that out into the universe. God, if you're watching, help a girl out. But I'm not going to set that as a goal because I feel like, I don't know, I'd get myself upset if I didn't reach that goal. The next goal I'm going to have is I'm going to weigh myself every week, and I'm going to do my progress pictures every week. I am, however, this is something crazy and new for me, I'm going to do my measurements every 2 weeks. Now, if you know me, the measurements are the worst part of this experience for me because I get it in my head that I'm not good enough, but I really feel in a position this year to be able to do it mentally, which is an accomplishment in itself. So that's my goal. That's what we're hoping to do. That's what we're setting out to do, is weight every week, pictures every week, measurements every 2 weeks. Here's hoping it goes well. So I'm super excited for that, and I feel like these are goals that I can reach, and I just hope it works out well for me. So what I'm doing differently this year, I have a meal planner. So every single week I plan my meals in advance, not only written down, but I then on a Sunday do preparation for the coming days. So that has been really helpful. I kind of started that just before the cut. So the cut started on Thursday, we're now on Sunday. But I did start this a week in advance to get into the routine of it, and so far it has been so helpful, just nutrition wise, and not even having to think about it. So like just grabbing something out of the freezer the night before and the next day just heating up in the microwave has been beautiful. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. That's where we're going to be. Another positive thing is this year my measurements were smaller in the right places than last year, which is always good to see. I'm really excited for this cut. I feel like it's going to be a good one, and now that I have a job this time around, like a full-time job, it's going to be even better because then I can spend a wee bit more on the nutrition side and make sure that I'm getting enough protein and all of that fun stuff. This year I definitely feel like we are going to make a bigger difference, just the way that our life is at the moment. So just because of where I work, I'm getting at least 10,000 steps every single day just because I'm having to walk to the train station, I'm having to walk to my work from the next train station, and then I'm having to do the same backwards. So I'm getting about an hour's walking every single day just by being at work, which is helpful. And then at the weekends, because it's quite chill usually, we will go for an after dinner walk and get our steps in that way, which has been so lovely so far. Another positive I think going into this cut is I have set days and set times that I go to the gym, unless I have like a show or something at the weekend. That will pretty much stay the same. So a Monday, I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning so that we can be at the gym for 6 a.m, like bang on 6 a.m, smash my workout before work. I always feel great after this. Then a Wednesday straight after work, I will come into the gym, like I'll get the train back into the gym, and I will smash another workout. And then once I finish that workout, go home and have dinner. Feels great. And then Saturday, Sunday are my other workout days. I do have a couple of shows coming up Saturday, Sunday, so those will have to move from morning to night. I do prefer a morning workout, but do you know what? Now thinking about it, I could potentially just do it morning, just wake up a wee bit earlier, go do the workout, come home, eat breakfast, get ready. We'll think on that. Anyway, morning workouts have been working. It's been great. I've been loving it. Meal prep is going to be absolutely strong. So that good balance, steps are going to be absolutely killing it. So hopefully we're on track for a good year for the cut. It's going to be hard work, but I definitely see it doing well for me. Another positive this year is I'm graduated already, so we've not got any graduations, we've not got any birthdays. We potentially have one birthday, but we think that'll kind of work in the week of the refeed. The refeed definitely was a game changer last year. I feel like I got to like the 6th week and I just wasn't losing weight and I was just feeling really down and blah. And then we did the refeed week and oh my goodness, once we came back from that, I lost about 2 kilograms in the 1 week. My body just felt rejuvenated and I definitely looked a lot better after the refeed, going back down to cut. So that was great and I can't complain. I suppose the challenges that I'm going to be facing are obviously being at work. So being at work stressful, so stress can obviously cause issues when you're trying to like lose weight, etc. The girly pops love to go out and get sweet treats for everyone and buy like Starbucks. Obviously Starbucks works out fine because I can always get almond milk there. I've got a almond milk white chocolate latte just now. Made it home, but almond milk is so good. 200 ml is like 26 calories, so you're laughing if there's almond milk. But that is something I'm going to struggle with because like I'm going to see everyone else eating all these fun stuffs. But that's why having my lunch pre-made will be helpful. So like making it up and knowing what I'm going to have and having stuff that I like. So making sure that I've got room for a sweet treat if I want it. Just like balance is one of those things. If I'm staying in my calorie deficit, then I don't see why there's an issue. But this year I really want to go hardcore because I want to make my best change yet. Another thing that's going to be difficult this year is to not overdo it, like not overdo steps, not overdo exercise, because obviously that can be an issue as well. I really don't see it being an issue, like I don't see myself overworking, but it just depends because on a Saturday I've been going to Luke's group personal training, which has been absolutely great. I love it. I love the vibes. I love the people. But I can see myself maybe, I don't know, falling into the trap of going to the Saturday class, going to the Wednesday class, doing the 4 workouts on top of that, buying a walking pad and doing loads and loads and loads of steps. Just getting into bad habits like that where like mentally I'm too into it, but we'll see. Obviously I do want to get a walking pad eventually, like near the end of the cut, so I can get those extra steps in, just so that I don't have to like go out the house all the time, because sometimes when it's raining I don't want to leave. If it's cold I don't want to leave. But yeah, it's time worth spent. Okay, now I'm going to show you the part that you've all been absolutely waiting for. This is the bit, this is what the people came to see. I am now going to show you my measurements. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so excited to go on this journey and I'm so excited to bring you with me on this journey. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up because you guys, it really helps the channel. You guys make this so amazing. This hobby of mine gives me so much pride, and I'm so grateful to have you all. Comment down below, do you have any goals in life? Doesn't need to be fitness related, because I know that some people on the channel aren't into that, but do you have any goals? Reading goals, health goals, hobby goals? Let me know. And make sure, if you aren't already, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.